What's up, you guys? You know what it is. And yes, we are here live and in living color. And we twinning again. But whatever. All right, you guys. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it is. Welcome to the Let's Unload podcast. And we're going to let this intro play. So while we letting the intro play, you go ahead and do your part. Go get you something to drink. We'll be back. Or will we be back? Now. And we are back. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Unload podcast. Y'all see who's sitting right next to me, my beautiful co-host, which is Miss Dina. Miss Dina, how you doing, friend?
Friend, I'm all right, friend. I'm all right, friend. This little sunshine is giving me life. It's giving me life.
Right. So, believe it or not, we did not plan this. She's more of a bright yellow, and I'm more of a pastel yellow, but we were definitely in sync. It's giving, okay, and I'm here for it. So y'all know what we like to do. We're gonna get the church announcements out the way, and it's gonna be the same announcements every time. So by this time, y'all should already be dropping in the comments saying, "I already did it." That's what I want y'all to do. Before I even get a church announcements, I want y'all to go in there and type and say, "I already did it." Okay. But for those who do not know, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to both of our channels. You don't have to pick one or the other. Do both. Okay. My channel is Deep Conversation with Shun, and my co-host channel is Journey with Dina. Okay. So go over there, subscribe to both channels, like both channels, comment on all the videos, share it out. It's all free, all the things. Okay. Now, with that being said, we don't want y'all over here just looking. We want y'all to be talking too. Okay. That's a part of the package. We need y'all to engage with us in conversation. Let us know where you want us to go with this and going forward. Okay. All right, you guys. So let's jump into it. Miss Dina, we're talking about happiness in singleness. Now, I'm going to put my seatbelt on. I'm going to move over to the passenger seat. Dina, come on, girl, and drive.
So let's get into it, okay?
Come on.
Like I said earlier, the foundation to have a good relationship and marriage is what? Happiness in your singleness, okay?
Mhm.
Because it is so many times that I have talked to married women mostly, and they kind of regret some of the things that they didn't get to do in their singleness, and now they're married and they want to double back around and try to fix it. And I don't really think it worked like that. However, it just gave me newfound revelation and made me think about how we need to maximize our singleness so that when you get into that stage of relationship and marriage, we ain't trying to have the woe is me, the regrets of, oh, I didn't get a chance to do this, I didn't get a chance to do that. Do it while you have a chance
Mm-hmm.
and maximize it. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
in the happiness in singleness, why is it so important? Not because of the fact, so you won't regret it later, but why is it so significant and so important right now?
Because I feel like it's the foundation for later on, and
Mm-hmm.
it gives you a different outlook on life. Like you enjoying it now because it's some things that you can try. Figure out who you are before you try to, get yourself together with somebody else who don't know who they are. You take time
Mm-hmm.
to figure out who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what you want,
Mm-hmm.
what you don't want to do. And
Mm-hmm.
just like they always say, on the airplane, that you can't help nobody else until you've helped yourself. So I feel
Correct.
like if you help yourself, heal yourself, make yourself happy, then you can
Mm-hmm.
spread that happiness along somewhere else. And it don't always have to be in a relationship. Because you can
Mm-hmm.
be single and happy and talk to um people who are in marriages and things like that, and you still can be happy. You can show them that it's not bad being single now. It has its
Mm-hmm.
moments, just like the single and married, both of them have they ups and they downs. However, we focusing on being happiness in singleness.
Mm-hmm. So, what does that mean for our new viewer, fresh out the car, straight on the live? Happiness and singleness. Give us just a quick synopsis of what that means. What do it mean?
It means to me to be content in the
Mm-hmm.
state of singleness. And when I say content, I don't mean content as like, oh, I'm gonna always be single, so let me be happy now, right here where I'm at. No, that's not what that means. That means that I know that I'm single right now for a season, and I'm going to make the best out of it, and I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can and try not to complain. Or,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that we all do is comparison. That comparisons kill and steal your peace of mind. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like being content in where you are until you
Mm-hmm.
move on to the next stage. But it's about being happy with yourself, loving yourself, treating
Yeah.
yourself. Like I was happy that I got a text message from one of our subscribers today, which is also one of my clients. And
Mm-hmm.
she texted me and she said, guess what? And I was like, what? You finna get married? She was like, no. She said, I took myself out on a date today.
Mm.
And I texted back, I said, oh, well, you are well on your way to being married then, because remember I told you that Bishop Jake said you're not ready to be married until you can enjoy your singleness. So I
Mm-hmm.
texted back. I said, "How did you enjoy your day?" She said, "I actually loved it. This is the
Mm.
first time she's ever took herself out." She said she went to the movies and then she went. Then she said she went window shopping and she actually enjoyed the time and it made her happy. So
Mm-hmm.
that was good to me.
Yeah. Okay. So, happiness and singleness, if I had to put a definition on it, I definitely agree with what you're saying. And I'm just going to add on to it in the sense of happiness and singleness. I know the goal is marriage, and because God ordained marriage and all the things. But being happy while you're single also shows that you won't get weary in well doing. And that's the Bible, okay? And sometimes we sit in a place, and because we're set longer than what we expect, we started to get a little weary. We start to feel like I did this for nothing. And now we want to have the woe is me conversation. And God, I did this. And the moment that we do this, we probably set ourselves back a little bit because you were probably on the brink of a breakthrough. You know, when you're running a race it seems like your legs get tired, the closer you get you see the finish line, but it seemed like your legs start giving out. And we give up, and you was like, but you was right there. And but I couldn't push no more. I couldn't go no more. So my words only be this: well, just don't get weary in well doing. And when you gonna wait well. Just wait well. That's all you have to do. You could be so close, but the moment we give up, that was the moment you decided to forfeit to getting the first prize. You end up putting yourself back in last place.
Mm. Mm.
What?
I heard you, Lord. Because let me tell you something. You were talking to the choir, because today I had a moment. So it's okay to have some moments, but you just got to reel it back.
Really back.
You got to reel it back.
You can't sit in it, because emotions are real. God gave us emotions. So we know, Jesus was in the flesh for a reason, so he could understand, what it's like to be angry. He know what it likes to be sad. He know Jesus wept. That's a whole Bible verse. So he know what it likes to be sad. He know what it likes to be angry. He know what it likes to be hungry. He know the emotions. So it's okay to take it to God and say, look, let me highlight you real quick. I'm feeling away. Like, what we doing, and the Bible verse that we love to quote is one of them anyway, is, in all things, we need to get an understanding and not lean on our own understanding. And in those moments where you're no longer feeling happy in your singleness, that's when it's time to take it to the Lord. And like, all right, I did good for these 3 months. I'm creeping in month 4. I ain't feeling it. And that's when it's time to take it to him, and he'll delight your heart, and he'll put the joy back down on the inside to make you press on and push on a little bit more. I'm gonna give y'all another Bible, because I know I'm gonna do Bible. Okay? I'm gonna give y'all another Bible verse that says, press towards the mark for the prize of, just press. Keep pressing in. Keep pressing. That's all you got to do. It looks crazy. You may even feel crazy. Having to walk around smiling and doing all the things. It feel crazy. But don't worry about it. Why? Because you pressing.
Mm-hmm.
You want new wineskin. And that's why you need happiness in singleness. You cannot put new wine in old wine skin. You can't do it. You gotta have something new, something fresh. And if y'all been keeping up with us, y'all already know what it's about. We did the firm foundation. We did doing the inner work. This is all a part of the progress. Sometimes we can't move to the next spot because we ain't doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
And happiness and singleness is the part of the work. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead, friend.
No, friend, you preaching to the choir, because listen, the Lord set this up right here today, because baby, everything that you just said is so crazy, because I just literally watched a video before we got on, and the video was entitled, "It's Closer Than You Think. How God's gonna do it suddenly." And she was talking about the same thing, she gave us the scripture, Amos, was it 1:9, about after you have suffered for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Child, listen, sometimes you feel like you're doing some suffering on your way to that happiness and singleness. Now, I'm not gonna tell you, even becoming and even doing the work, the process, and the foundation, that you will sometimes become weary. You will sometimes become sad. You will have thoughts, but God will always send a little encouragement your way. Just like you said, when you take it back to God, and sometimes you ain't even got to say nothing. Because I didn't even say nothing today. I just had my spirit felt some type of way, and somebody texted me who I hadn't talked to in months, and they don't even live in the States. Just be encouraged. God knows your heart. And I was like, So God loves us just that much
Just
that
that much.
He will even send you a word of confirmation when you ain't even said nothing because He
Yeah.
already knows what you
Mhm.
feeling and what you think. So I just thank God for today. Okay, y'all. I am
Mhm.
encouraged to keep on pushing. Okay.
That's all you got to do. That's it. That's all. You know, and even when you feel like it's hard, because it may get hard, I'm not gonna doubt that. But ain't nothing. Let's say the cliche line, because we all should know this one. Ain't nothing too hard for God. It
Nothing.
ain't nothing.
Nothing.
It's hard for us, but it ain't hard for him. So we should be able to be okay. And and let me say this for the people and for the naysayers and be like, well, girl, you married. Stop talking to me. Shut up. You ain't qualified. I know what you're thinking. The Holy Ghost already told me. I already know. Okay. But I'll say this, even in that, we can take it away from relationship. We've all been pressed with the situation that you're wanting the outcome to happen sooner than later. So
Mm-hmm,
no
mm-hmm.
matter what it is, we've all sat, whether it's past, present, or even in the future and near to come, where you're having to wait happy.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to sit in the waiting room being happy. So, no, my singleness may not be my testimony, but let me tell you, everything that I said still applies to no matter what situation you in, because
Right.
he's still going, and when I say he, I mean God and Jesus, still going to want us to apply these same principles,
Right.
no matter what waiting room we're sitting in. Oh, and I'm done for real, friend. You can go ahead and close this out. I'm done for
No,
real.
that is true. That is true. That is so true. That's why I say it doesn't just apply to relationships and marriage. It applies to almost anything that we can apply to.
Yep.
And it is a way that you wait. Like you said, you wait well. So what do you
Mm-hmm.
do while you're waiting? You serve,
Mm-hmm.
serve.
Yeah.
Serve can take up a whole lot of your time.
Mm-hmm.
Serve well. Just like
Mm-hmm.
while you're waiting, like they always use the analogy, you at a restaurant and you're waiting on your food. What they doing? They serving you that while you waiting. So
Mm-hmm.
it's things that you can do to make you, or not to make you, to keep you engaged and to give you that push to continue to be that happiness in singles, because it's a process and it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to happen overnight. You will have a couple setbacks, but long as you keep trying, long as
Mm-hmm.
you keep pushing, time will go by. You have grown so much till you look at some of the things like me, some of the things that I can say now that, oh yeah, I got this happened or whatever. I ain't cry because I am a crybaby. But when you look at it and you go through the process and you look back at it, you be like, dang, I've grown. I've mastered this part of the happiness part. So let's
Mm-hmm.
keep going. It's levels to it. Now I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you always going if you're gonna top out on it. I don't think so, because it's always growth. You should always be evolving to something different. Because our life continue to change. So we should
Mm-hmm.
continue to evolve with it. So just my word for you today would just keep evolving. Keep
Yeah.
evolving to different levels of happiness, because there are different levels of happiness. And once you master some, guess what? It's a whole nother level at the top. The Lord told me that a couple of weeks ago with faith. Okay, you've mastered this level of faith. Now it's time to take you to a whole new level of faith. We got
Mm-hmm.
faith to believe certain things, but then when you take us up higher, you be like, oh Lord, I don't know about
Yeah.
this. It's the same thing, just a different level. So same happiness while you're
Mm-hmm.
single, just a different level. So just keep going up, 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 and up. That's all
Yep.
I have.
I understand. And I'm gonna end it with this one, which is, the Bible tells us that a just man fell 7 times. And I wanna end it with that, is because even if you do find yourself, remember that the just man, he fell 7 times. The difference is because he got back up. Even
Mm-hmm.
if you get into a position where you angry, you mad, you weary, maybe a little pinch of depressed, don't you stay there. Get back
Mm-hmm.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Get back up. Cause we gonna fall off the horse. We gonna skin our knee. You know, we're going to have some bumps and bruises. We're gonna have some wounds. But the key is that we get back up and we start it all back over again. And we take every wound and we lay it at the master's feet. And when we lay it there, he's going to renew our mind every time. Okay? All right, you guys, that's it, and that's all. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think, how you feel. Share it out to somebody who needs this, even if you need this. Okay, share it out. Let us know, and that's all we got. We will see you guys, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.